Hey guys, the Bot Builder's back, and welcome to the final episode of Robot Wars Omega, the Account Mayhem 2021. Now, of course, this week has been 1 week of destruction, and we've even crowned a new Account Mayhem champion, the Underdogs, Rapture NG. But we still have time for one last episode, the Grudge Matches special, and what an interesting lineup we have here for you, as we have the likes of the 5th place playoff to determine which machine got 5th place between all of our quarterfinal losers. Continuing on from Robot Combat Models Account Mayhem, we will have a War of Independence tag team as Robot Combat Models and Hexbug Heroes are teamed up yet again to take down 2 Americans in Typhoon Robotics and that Builder Boy. We even have a Minibot Massacre as all the Minibots will fight out in a Mega Rumble to the death, and another Rumble, the Reserve Rumble. Robots didn't quite apply in time. We'll be fighting it out to see which was the best reserve. And the main event, all 3 Account Mayhem champions, Intergalactic will be giving it one last go before going into retirement, and will be going up against Scrapper, the winner of the 2nd Account Mayhem, and the current Account Mayhem champions, Rapture NG. Oh, and one last thing, we decided to give the House Robots a day off here, so, I mean, Sunday is a day of rest, the House Robots are resting, they're having a bit of a day off, so, yeah, we thought it'd be fair to give them a day off. So yeah, let's just jump straight into it though, for our first fight, the 5th place playoff. So here's our first fight, the 5th place playoff. All these robots lost out in the quarterfinals. We have Prestigious Prussian, the 7th seeds, lost out to Razor 1905 and Rapture, the eventual champions. Bird of Prey, the 3rd seeds, lost out to Sonic 12. GH Bot, the newcomers, the only non-seed in this fight, lost out to fellow newcomers in Sunburn. And we also have Blood Pumper Mark II, the 4th seeds, who lost out to Lord Charles Shaw. So all these machines are eager for 5th place, but only one of them can get it. Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate. So here we go. Now, of course, the House Robots are having the day off. It still means we're still going to have a time limit. It's just the House Robots, they're just having the day off for today. They were like, you know what the Bot Builder, me and Matilda are going to go up the pub, Virus told me, and I'm bringing Toxic Seals along, show him the Joy's beer, we need Rhino to be our designated driver, is that okay? And I was like, yeah, sure, why not? But who will get 5th place? Of course, we're still using the free time limits for three of our 5 match up today, and already GH Bot and Blood Pumper Mark II are going after each other, which is interesting. I wasn't expecting that, considering they are friends in real life. Of course, it's Delboy66 who actually told me about Dwayne L Films and told me that he wanted to apply with GH Bot. Oh, and look at that for a big slam right there from Prestigious Prussian though, knocking up and over Bird of Prey. I think Prestigious Prussian are the favourites for this, although GH Bot are a very powerful flipper. Oh, but look at this Prestigious Prussian coming for a big hit onto GH Bot. And you know what, on another day, this could be the grand final lineup, and we will be seeing our actual semi-finalists here instead. GH Bot on their backs, although they are able to self-right, and now they do come with a huge flip, and they very nearly got not Bird of Prey, Prestigious Prussian out the arena. Oh, but they're in the pits, and they will be the robot that will get 8th place. It was not too bad for a newcomer. But, I mean, oh man, compared to these veterans, these seeded machines, they really were going to struggle, weren't they? Now, Blood Pumper Mark II now comes in for a big hit on the side of Bird of Prey, and all trying to cause some good damage. Bird of Prey, though, do come with a good flip right there. Prestigious Prussian do manage to self right there, and now they come in trying to cause some damage to that vertical spinner of Blood Pumper. Blood Pumper, they do self-right though. They self-right very quickly right here, and now they're coming for another good hit up with that vertical spinner in onto Bird of Prey, trying to do what Sonic 12 did to them perhaps. Prestigious Prussian do self-right though, and they're coming with that spinning drum right here, and oh! Coming with a big hit now, of course. Prestigious Prussian lost to Blood Pumper last time round, so they would like to get a good bit of revenge here. Prestigious Prussian coming for a big hit right here. I don't know who's on top right here in a minute. Honestly, if I would say who's on top, I would have to go for Blood Pumper. And Bird of Prey, they're struggling here once again. They're a big machine, that's how they're able to survive for so long. But I'm not too sure how long they're going to survive for, especially considering they're on their backs. And now the 2 spinners are going after the bird like it's some sort of carcass right here. And they're out the arena. So that means it's now down to the 2 spinners, and oh, a big hit right here. I do think it is going to go to the judges though. Although look at that front wedge look on Blood Pumper. It's definitely suffered a bit of damage. Cease. No, not Cease just yet. It's definitely suffered a bit of damage. They do match themselves right though. Oh, it's going to be interesting to see who will make it through here though. Cease. Well, that was a very good fight to start off the grudge matches. Bird of Prey. Hope they get it fixed in time. They are meant to be in the War of Independence tag team later on. But both Prestigious Prussian and Blood Pumper, very impressive stuff right there, but only one of them can win on a judge's decision. GH-Bot, they're not winning. They didn't last too long. And the judges have made their decision. You know the criteria: damage, control, and aggression. And it's a split decision. For damage, due to eliminating 2 of the competitors, they've given it to Blood Pumper. For control, they've given it to Prestigious Prussian. So it comes down to the all-important aggression category. And it's very close. It's always hard to judge melees. But they've given it to Prestigious Prussian! So Robot Fire Rep Kazert was, and Prestigious Prussian gets 5th place. Blood Pumper Mark II, they're going to have to settle for 6th. And as for Bird of Prey, they get 7th, and GH-Bot, you get 8th. But you'll all be in Series 2 anyway, so it doesn't really matter that much. But well on to Prestigious Prussian for opening the grudge matches. Now we're going into our next fight, which is the War of Independence tag team. Now, for a little context, in Robot Combat Models Account Mayhem, Robot Combat Models Machine EC3 paired up with Subatomic version 2, they were known as at the time. And they took on the team of Chaotic Robotics Chaos and Bots and More's Flag of Doom in a War of Independence tag team. And they were victorious. But they decided to pair up once again for Robot Wars Omega Account Mayhem as 2 other Americans would decide to face off against them. Stars and Strikes representing Typhoon Robotics and Space Craze representing that Builder Boy. Of course, Subatomic wants to beat Stars and Strikes as they lost to them on a close judge's decision, as Space Craze wants a bit of revenge against Bird of Prey. So we'll see how this will work. This will be a good tag match right here. Subatomic has tag team experience, paired up with Rapture, but they lost. So it should be interesting here. So let's get this fight started. Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate. So here we go. So Bird of Prey, they've been fixed up since they're running with since they're running with Blood Pumper in the first round. But look at this! By Stars and Strikes, Bird of Prey are already gone. Oh well, that was quick, wasn't it? So now it's down to Subatomic already, and already the UK team. I think the Americans are going to come out on top this time. Although Subatomic, they're all ganging up on Space Craze. Space Craze though, a very solid push, and they've done pretty well this Account Mayhem actually, if I'm going to be honest. And look at that, using that front wedge to knock Chugino up and over. Although in comes Photon, trying to come with a good flip at the side. I'm more surprised at how quickly Bird of Prey's gone out. Bird of Prey, for a quarter-finalist, they haven't had the most fun time this Account Mayhem, if I'm going to be honest. Neutrino now going to try and come for a good little flip up right here in onto Space Craze. Space Craze have been flipped up and over. Space Craze, though, they are angry because of what Bird of Prey did to them, but they do manage to tag in, and oh, look at this! Now we get to see what Stars and Strikes can truly do to these 2 machines, and look at this, they're flying out once again, and oh! Little Tachyon gets sent flying. No, don't do this to Tachyon, man. And oh, a good strong flip right there, and another tag right there, an unintentional tag, but Photon gets pushed, is being pushed about right here by Space Craze. Of course, Photon, they still have the middleweights to contend with this time round, and oh no! That wingspan, the wings of Space Craze is preventing them from being shredded up by Chugino, and Photon flips them out the arena, and now that means Stars and Strikes has to come out to play, and oh, out the arena goes Photon, and they want to get rid of the other ones. They want to win it for America, because well, I mean, the Americans lost last time, and they have beaten Subatomic before already, and look at this, they just need to eliminate one more. And now they're going after Neutrino. Little Tachyon are struggling here, but they look dead set to get rid of Neutrino. And they're going to try and get them out of here. Neutrino, they can self-ride, but look at this. This is a very good, strong Destructive showing by Stars and Stripes. And it is a victory for Team USA. Cease. Well, now Team USA are 1 apiece to Team UK. So whoever does an Account Mayhem next time, if that buildable in Typhoon need to enter, they have to team up and take on a British team or something, I guess. Well, that means Team UK and Team USA both 1 apiece each. So yeah, and well done to Stars and Stripes. We didn't really get to see our spinner come into play much in the Account Mayhem, but that was an impressive showing right there, beating Bird of Prey in such quick succession. Well, now it's time for our next tussle, the Minibot Massacre. Now, we've seen many Minibots come in and compete in this Account Mayhem, but which one truly is the best? We have Corruption belonging to the Account Mayhem champions Razor 1905, the Orange Wedge belonging to Flag of Doom 2.0, Scraper 2 belonging to Lord Charles Shaw, Faith, which is from Until Noobs Rewind, Icicle, which was the Minibot of Frostray, Dissector, which was the Minibot of Blood Pumper Mark II, Fire Ramp and Fire Wheel, both belonging to Fire Toss, and Golden Potato, which was Dietor's Minibot. Of course, this is going to be a no time limit fight, last robot standing. Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate. So here we go. Let the fight begin, and already, well, will Fire Wheel and Fire Ramp pair up here? We barely saw anything of Fire Wheel in the Account Mayhem. They just kept crashing into the pit. Dissector though comes in for a good hit onto Faith. Now they had their own mini battle in the in around the 16. Golden Potato trying to come with that undercut of Spinner. Icicle coming in with a decent little wedge though, and now Fire Wheel speeding up that weapon up to speed. Oh, that was a big hit. Well, Fire Wheel are already gone. Icicle gets flipped through the air by Corruption. You've been Scraper says on the underneath of Scraper 2. If what to say the favourites are, I'd have to give it to I'd have to say it's a mix between Corruption and Scraper 2 for me. They're both very good Minibots, and well, it won't be Golden Potato winning. Icicle are trying to come for a good little flip right there. Dissector on their side, and they're trying to come for another good hit. Fire Ramp just driving about here, and over goes Orange with the Orange Wedge. In comes Faith, coming in for a decent little hit right there. And oh, another big hit from the 2 spinning blade of Dissector. And Fire Ramp comes in. I think Fire will have got... Oh, no. They're back alive. They're back alive. We're all clear. Oh, and look at this. They knocked little Faith up and over. And Faith are being knocked up and over by Fire Wheel. The destructive... Well, it's not really that destructive. It's a bit crap, if I'm going to be honest. But it's a robot nonetheless. That's at least something I can give it. Oh, and even now Fire Ramp is going up against them now. Scraper 2 and Corruption are now fighting it out. And look at this, they've been flipped up and over. But by Corruption, they've been flipped up and over. And look at this, Icicle! Icicle's pitted them. And oh, Dissector trying to pit them. Well, that's a surprise. My favourites are gone, so I probably have to go for... I'm going to have to probably go for Scraper 2 now to do it. Of course, what part of Lord Charles Shaw, the Minibot belonging to Lord Charles Shaw, and Fire Wheel just kills itself. Okay. And oh dear. The Orange Wedge is on the drop zone. Frog! They get crushed by the Frog, and they're back in the action. And then they dive in the pit. And now Dissector on their side. This fight is great fun, this is. And now in comes Scraper 2, trying to flip them up and out of the arena, but in comes Icicle. And is Icicle going to pit them? Is Icicle going to pit another? Are they going to cause another upset? Scraper 2 are in the pit! Well, okay then. Well, who's your money on now? All my favourites are gone. Dissector now are on the floor. Flipper. Down! Bye. So now it comes down to Faith, Icicle, and Fire Ramp. And oh, Faith gets flipped up and over. And Fire Ramp are invertible. Get down that pit, Faith. So it comes down to Icicle and Fire Ramp. Well, who's going to come out on top here? Icicle has just landed on their backs. And what is this? They're going to go for the pit. They've done it. Cease. Oh my god, that fight was fun. Fire Ramp has somehow pulled off the victory, and they're spinning in celebration, they're spinning in delight. All the other ones are in the pit, except Golden Potato and Dissector. They've gone somewhere out the arena. And well done to Fire Ramp They get the surprise victory of the Minibot Massacre. Well, now we come up to a fight I've been looking for, the Reserve Rumble. These are basically a fight between all the robots that just didn't apply in time, except for one of them, which was rejected because of how crap it was. That's Rohog, representing Bill the Bot. Don't expect this thing to win. We also have Intergalactic representing Josh Doon Things, the winner of the first ever Account Mayhem. They didn't apply in time, and Josh Doon Things says that he's going to retire it after this, but he wanted it in the Grudge Matches specials one last hurrah. Ace representing LDH07 Robot Master, that vertical spinner. It's more securely timed on now, basically unchanged from the last Account Mayhem. Same as Afterburn representing Gene Woodford, except they said they fixed the spinner durability now. Afterthought, which is Wolfie Productions' new machine, a destructive looking spinner. They very nearly made it in, but they just couldn't quite make it in time, actually. They were just beaten to the punch by Nightcrawler, actually. Then we have Crossblow 2, the great Staples machine, a new machine to the Account Mayhem, a very strong 4-bar flipper. And we have Hyperlash, Hyperblade, representing Superbotics, the Superbots channel, with that destructive spinner and rear flipper. Kind of reminds me of Afterburn a bit. Now this is again another no time limit rumble. Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate. So here we go. Let the fight begin. And Intergalactic trying to come for a good flip right there. In onto. Oh, and Ace is immediately going after the former champs. They have a lot of bad blood, don't they? But Afterburn comes in for a good hit right there. And in comes Rohog with those crappy lifting spikes. What are they going to do? What are they going to do, lads? What is Rohog going to do here to these machines? And now, oh, look at this. They've been flipped up and over already. And well, thanks for coming, Rohog. I don't think Bill the Bot is going to be too happy with that. Well, he's never happy about anything, is he? Grumpy bastard. I have to live with him. Oh, and now Afterburn now coming in for some good hits in onto Ace. Ace looks to be in trouble, and well, I thought it'd be nice to see Ace try and get some revenge on Intergalactic, but well, Afterburn put an end to that idea, and in comes Crossfire coming in for good hits. Now it's down to the actually good machines, so we can actually have a decent fight right here. And look at this, the two horizontal spinners are going at it, colliding! Oh, and Afterburn has been knocked into the pit by the blade of Hyperblade! And out goes Intergalactic, and for a last hurrah, that was a bit naff. Intergalactic was one of the greatest machines, and now they've been reduced to nothing but a jobber. And Crossfire are gone! So that means we're now down to just spinners, and I think Afterthought are going to do it here. Afterthought, such a destructive spinner, although it depends on Hyperblade. Does come for a good hit with that spinning blade, but it does seem to be looking a little bit unbalanced here. Afterthought now coming in for another good hit with that vicious spinner. Hyperblade now coming in for another hit, but look at this. Look at the carnage that Afterthought is causing to the front of Hyperblade. I think Ace is done for here. I think they're in a position where they can't get back from. And another big hit right there from Afterthought with a destructive vertical spinner. This is the one I think could have done the best. Them and Crossfire, Crossblow, I think could have done really well in this Account Mayhem, but honestly, so could all the others, honestly, except Rohog. Oh, but look at this! Hyperblade could be on the way to pulling off an immense upset victory here, as well. Afterthought seems to be suffering a bit of damage to their spinner as well. Oh, but look at this! Hyperblade, one of their waist has been knocked out, and I don't think their spinner's going to be working anytime soon. Well, a bit of damage has been sustained to Wolfie's Afterthought, and this really is down to Hyperblade and Wolfie now. More damage! Look at this, it really is just superficial damage, but it's still damage nonetheless. And this is proving to be a very brutal Reserve Rumble. Hyperblade, they can't really use their spinner anymore, can they? Let's be real here. And another big hit, and Hyperblade is being shredded up by Afterthought. They're on their side. Can they get back down with their flipper? No, they can't. And I think we have a victor, and its name is Afterthought. Cease. Well, those reserves definitely did show what they were made of. That was a destructive fight. Look at the damage. Both the weights of Afterburn and Hyperblade came out. There's been damage to the spinner of Afterthought. Of course, some of the green stuff came out, and Ace stuck in a position which they couldn't recover from. An Intergalactic Roadhog and crossblow all out the arena. That was impressive, and well onto afterthought for winning the Reserve Rumble, and I think Wolfie Productions is going to be quite happy at that. Although, trying to play earlier next time, please. But now it's time for the main event we've all been waiting for, the Champion Chompalot. Intergalactic's back in it again. This will be Intergalactic's last fight, so it will be a good last coup de grace to them. But they did win the first Account Mayhem all those years ago, back in 2019. Scrapper won last year's one in 2020 with that vicious vertical spinner. Didn't do quite as well in this one, lost that to Prestigious Prussian. And of course, the winner of this year's Account Mayhem, the underdog story, Rapture NG. Can they get one last career? Can they get one last surprise victory to end their Account Mayhem career? Will one of the other two have something to say about it? This is going to be one awesome main event. Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate. So, honestly, I mean, this is going to be Intergalactic's last fight before they retire. And, well, that's going to be sad to see, but, you know, that's just a tale to tape, really. In comes Scrapper, trying to come with that spinner, Rapture, and although Corruption does come with a decent little flip right there and onto Scrapper, and they're going to try and get them out of the arena. They're going to try and eliminate Intergalactic as well. Scrapper, though, they're upended, they're on their face, and Intergalactic tries to come for a decent little flip right there. And now they're in underneath Rapture NG, and they do manage to flip them up and over. The current Account Mayhem champions. It would be kind of embarrassing if they lose the champion Chompalot, wouldn't it? Well, they might, because look at this by Scrapper. Scrapper has knocked Rapture NG up and over. They're on their backs, and they're struggling. Meanwhile, Corruption does come with a decent little flip right there. And Rapture NG are upended. No, Scrapper upended. And they're going to try and get them up and out of the arena. They're going to try and get them up and out of the arena. Although, Intergalactic tries to flip them up and out of the arena. This is going to be a great fight to close off this Account Mayhem. And Intergalactic trying to flip up Scrapper. Rapture NG, they're all ganging. They're both ganging up on the big scary spinner. Yes, you managed to get him out. Oh, Intergalactic's done it. Wow. Wow. That is a stunner. I don't believe it. Intergalactic has done it. And well, that is some poetic justice right there. Intergalactic, they may be retiring, but they just showed in their last fight that they're still a good machine. Seats. Well, Intergalactic, that is probably the best way. That's probably one of the best fights to go out on. Just, they dominated the first Account Mayhem, struggled in the second, didn't even enter the third one, but they still won the Champion Chompalot, and well, that is just incredibly fitting right there, and it's going to be a shame to see this legend retire. They are a Robot Wars, no, hell, even a fan-made Robot Wars legend, but I understand Josh Fing's decision. It's an old machine, and honestly, I can't wait to see what Intergalactic's new machine will be, but that is probably one of the best ways to go, to beat Rapture, to beat Scrapper, to win the Champion Chompalot, and well, that is also a great way to end the Account Mayhem as well. Now, before I go, I just have to say massive thanks to everyone who's applied. This Account Mayhem tournament has been fantastic. I've loved every bit of it. So many fantastic fights, so many funny moments as well. And well, if I do a 2022 one, who knows? Maybe I will, maybe I won't. It all depends. The next Rope Wars Omega episode will be the Rope Wars Omega, the first of the Maximum Overdrive episodes, so stay tuned for that. And until next time, the Bot Builder, out. And enjoy retirement, Intergalactic. At least you went out on a high.